Good morning, guys. Jazz Borganzo here. Another episode, of course, of What's Next. We're going to cover a few things in this video. We had some big news come out yesterday. A surprise and more woke nonsense. Let's take a look. Story number one. This comes out of Breitbart. IbramX Kendi, quote, to be racist is to consistently deny like Orange Man bad. Yes, we are going to once again attack Orange Man bad. Okay, and this is Kendi himself. Quote, to be anti-racist is to admit the times which we're being racist, says critical racist theorist, activist IbramX Kendi during an American Freedom of Teachers conference Wednesday. Yes, teachers unions. You gotta love them. Not. To be racist is to consistently deny like Donald Trump, he added. Kendi, author of Stamped from the Beginning, a definitive history of racist ideas in America. How to be anti-racist baby. What? Keynoted the teachers union's teach together educating America's children. More like together indoctrinating America's children, or brainwashing or threatening our children, but just clarifying. Professional Development Conference. Malcolm X wannabe. Kendi responded. In studying the history of racism, even studying the history of times in which people were being racist, what I found was a consistent sort of narrative was just denial. Was people just denying the ways in which they were being racist, their racist policies, their racist ideas. People constantly and consistently, whether you are a Klan, lyncher, slaveholder, segregationist, or someone today consistently claiming they're not racist, no matter what they say or do. And I wanted the heartbeat, really, of this book to be veritable opposite of that. And that opposite is actual admission, being vulnerable, being willing to look and see you people. Yes, he used you people. And I thought that it was critically important to do that. Not because I recognized that it was important to be vulnerable, to be anti-racist. Like, to be anti-racist is to admit the times which we're being racist. To be racist is consistently deny like Donald Trump. All right, all of you guys, most of it's nonsense. My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that this IbramX Kendi is a clown. I've got the biggest brain in the room, and yet you're the stupidest man in the room at the same time, which is not impossible. A lot of people have achieved that. But when you are pushing this critical racist theory, is nonsensical garbage, basically blaming every single white man on the planet, currently and in the past, for the destruction and the racist attitudes of the past, the present, and the foreseeable future. It is very destructive, especially to our most vulnerable, which is our children. When you are teaching, when you're trying to push this nonsense as young as 3 to 5 years old, that being white is bad, because, for example, on my Instagram this morning, someone was talking about regarding mass genocide, and regarding how the white race was, it was their fault. It was their fault that they were being racist. But that they were the culprits. And I posted back, Mass genocide, huh? So you're telling me that that doesn't go on in Africa, the Middle East, or China? Oh, wait, what's this? Because yes, it does. It does go on currently right now in 2021. Mass genocides are occurring in these countries because of political dissent or just a difference of opinion. You know, Middle East, you being a woman. China, you being Christian. Africa, also, you being a Christian and not being a Muslim will get you imprisonment and or killed. Boko Haram, anyone? But this comes out of Outkick. And of course, this is the ongoing drama, the soap opera that is Rachel Nichols versus Maria Taylor. Jemele Hill calls Clay Travis an idiot. Yes, remember Jemele Hill? Yes, former ESPNer who got fired because of her nonsensical, stupid tweets regarding President Orange Man Bad. The ESPN drama is intense. It's costing people jobs, probably getting some people paid, getting other people labeled as racist, and making a lot of people laugh. The story goes beyond just Taylor and Nichols. It's like with the likes of Jalen Rose's daughter and Clay Travis now involved. Wait, Clay Travis? Jemele Hill continues to inject herself into the story by claiming that ESPN likes black faces but not black voices. And because of terrible racism at the network, Hill says that idiot Clay Travis ruined her show before it got canceled. Quote, thinking about my situation, ESPN, they were reacting to a moment then, Hill said on the Dan Le Batard show. Really? Dan Le Batard? I thought he left ESPN. Anywho, that moment said people didn't want to hear any political talk, any racist talk, any social justice talk. Faux justice. Not that there was something like Mike and I were doing every day on SportsCenter. We weren't. Quote, they let a false narrative persist about our show that people ran away with. Hill goes on. They let the idiots in the room control the conversation. People like Clay Travis. They allowed those people to direct the course of action. They panicked, and suddenly they were very intentional about the things that they were doing on our show. They wanted black faces, not black voices. Here's my takeaway. If Clay Travis can dictate decisions on shows, if he's got that much power, he's doing a really poor job. I mean, why did it take him until the end of Game of Thrones to complain about the final season? If he really had the power to make those changes, should angry GOT fans aim more blame at him? I would. And I will. Clay, are you really going to sit back and let the NBA countdown continue down this path? I'm also curious about the people like Clay Travis part. Who else does that include? In fact, at this rate, who could be thrown into this burning fire next? Tom Hanks, he's always in the news. Don Jr., CNN told me he's the devil. Outkick's Joe Kinsey. If so, at least keep the mean tweets down while the man mows the lawn. Anyway, please don't let Clay Travis. Don't call Clay Travis an idiot publicly. His DMs are open for a reason. My thoughts on this one. Real quick. The fact of the matter is that Clay Travis continues to expose the garbage and the nonsense that is ESPN wokeapocalypse, as he has phrased it. And I did a video on it yesterday in regards to it, a lengthy one. But Clay Travis was ready to expose the nonsense of Jemele Hill. The fact of the matter is Jemele Hill decided to insert her political garbage on a sports news program. Your job is to talk about sports. Your job is not to talk about politics. If your job wanted to be about politics, you would be on the clown network that is CNN, or the morons are at MSNBC. Simple. It's not hard. You can't, you can't be, and again, the phrase I used yesterday regarding Maria Taylor. You can't say, no, I'm not a victim, but yet claim to be the victim. And that's exactly what Jemele Hill has. She's been claiming that she's been the victim ever since she got fired from ESPN, and rightly so, for all that bullshit. It is what it is. Get over it, sweetie. Trump sues big tech CEOs. Yes, the big news yesterday, and this is coming out of Axios, that Donald Trump, the 45th president of these United States, has filed a massive lawsuit, class action lawsuit against big tech. Former President Donald Trump, who has complained about the censorship by social media giants, filed a class action lawsuit against Facebook, Twitter, and Google. Why does it matter? In the latest escalation of Trump's year-long battle with Twitter, Facebook over free speech and censorship, Trump is completely banned from Twitter, banned from Facebook for another 2 years. I'm kind of surprised he actually gave him that. And that was, I think it was late last year or earlier this year. Trump announced at a 11 a.m. press conference Wednesday that he is to lead a class representative in a lawsuit being filed with the Southern District of Florida. The filing, Trump says, seeks immediate injunction relief to allow the prompt restoration of his social media accounts. He also said that he is asking the court to impose punitive damages on three social media giants. Trump's legal effort is supported by the American First Policy Institute, a nonprofit perpetuating Trump's policies through a new legal entity called the Constitutional Litigation Partnership. AFPI's president and CEO Brooke Rollins and board chair Linda McMahon, both former Trump officials, accompanied him during the announcement. Class action lawsuits will enable Trump to sue tech CEOs on behalf of a broader group of people who he argues have been censored by biased policies. Facebook and Twitter declined to comment. Of course they did. The big picture. Trump's megaphone has been significantly muzzled in the light of bans from big tech platforms, particularly Twitter and Facebook, but yet his voice still carries weight. My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that Trump is dropping the hammer, and I think that putting a huge spotlight on this situation only helps him, only benefits him, and especially those who have been censored over the last 3 to 5 years in some way, shape, or form, whether it's shadow banning, whether it's demonetization, Steven Crowder, deplatforming from Jordan Peterson to the demonetization over at Blaze, to those who have whose videos have been struck down because, of course, my feelings being hurt, over at YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So this is just the first of many strikes against the big tech that not just Donald Trump, but others with voices on social media will continue to strike. They will continue to throw down the gauntlet over and over and over again. And it's not just because of the 22 elections or the 24 presidential elections, but just in general about the nonsense that continues to perpetuate what social media is, instead of being a free and open society for all those who have opinions. What's good for me is not good for thee, which is big tech's mantra. But we'll see. With that being said, I'm Jaz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.